Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I would like to talk about next generation consoles, which are coming pretty soon, probably around 27, 28 maybe, both next gen Xbox and PlayStation 6. Both will be more powerful than current gen consoles and PlayStation 5 Pro of course, but how much more powerful will they be and which of these two consoles is going to be more powerful? Well, looks like we've got an answer for that. Looks like next-gen Xbox is going to be more powerful out of two, and this may surprise you, this may shock you actually. Looks like PlayStation is actually doing that on purpose, meaning that PlayStation is actually letting go the whole power narrative, right? Looks like they want to build console that is more affordable than more powerful, if you know what I mean, right? It's obviously we all know that current gen consoles are getting actually more and more expensive rather than cheaper as it used to be, because I really surprised by this generation and what's going on with electronics overall, because back in the days in previous generations the longer generation lasted, the cheaper consoles became, right? But that's not the case over here, right? Right now what we see here is the consoles actually getting more expensive. So it looks like PlayStation is actually planning to build a cheaper console, which means obviously less powerful. Now this information, the information about Xbox being more powerful actually first came from Kepler L2, and he's a person that he's a data miner, and for those of you that don't know, data miners are actually people that have access to all kinds of databases where corporations, technical companies do keep data about like their new products and specs and that kind of stuff, right? And obviously we're talking about prototypes and tests of not finished products just yet, so sometimes specs do change, but I think that generally speaking he got a pretty clear idea of both consoles, power and that kind of stuff. At least we've got a size of the chips, some of them at least, and looks like the Xbox chip APU or SoC as some people call it is going to be even more bigger than current gen consoles, which is huge because that means that it's going to be probably more powerful but also more expensive. So I guess something has to give, right? Now I don't really want to get into the details in terms of specs just yet. I'm still validating some data I've came across, so I'll probably make another video tomorrow or day after about both Xbox and PlayStation specs. By the way, not sure if you heard, PlayStation is actually working on two devices. One is a proper PlayStation 6 console, the other one is going to be a handheld, apparently, right? Reportedly, as some people would say. So I'm just reporting that. And the interesting thing is that like Xbox has an ace in its sleeve as well, because what they are building, and I haven't really spoke about it on that channel because I had a quite long break from videos on this channel. It looks like Xbox is actually planning two consoles, and I'll probably make another video tomorrow about it. Actually, that's probably not a bad idea, but looks like Xbox is going to be working with AMD on providing an APU for PC builds that would work as both PC and a console, meaning that it wouldn't be a console per se, but it would be Xbox compatible, right? Meaning that if you were to buy this new AMD chip, you would get a PC, in a box, but you would also have a feature that would allow you to play Xbox games on that particular PC, right? Now, I don't have all the details, and this leaked via Colt, so shout out to Colt for that. But it looks like that's really going to be happening, and that console apparently is coming out next year. So this year we're going to get Xbox, Asus Xbox, call it as you want, Xbox ROG Ally X, and the normal one as well without the X. So Xbox ROG Ally. There's going to be two handhelds, and both will be, well, they will be able to play anywhere games and that kind of stuff. So some Xbox games as well, and that's coming out this year. But next year we're going to get, I guess you could call it, and I'll probably call it tomorrow in my video, Xbox Series X Pro, I guess, because it's going to be, more powerful than Xbox Series X, but well, it will be PC, but it will run Xbox Series X games probably better. So that's why I call it Pro, but I'll talk about it probably tomorrow because it's an interesting idea, and that particular chip is still not going to be the proper next-gen chip, so it's just going to have that backwards compatibility, and I guess it's going to be sort of like a test for that. The other chip, they just want to make sure that everything works when it should really. So what sort of compatibility we're talking about here for that chip next year, I don't know whether that's going to be all games, just some games. Is that going to be full hardware compatibility or some software compatibility? I don't know. We still don't have that information, but that would change things around for sure. That would make things very interesting indeed. So yeah, I mean, generally speaking, looks like PlayStation, is chasing more users, and that makes sense. And obviously, with more powerful console, they're not going to get that. Looks like PlayStation 5 Pro is actually, I guess, showing them, that kind of console. I would say it's not really selling that great, and I guess they realize that there's a limit to, how much they can actually charge for a console. And I guess if we're talking about consoles that cost like $800, $900, you may as well just go and buy a PC. You know what I mean, right? So like, I think that magic price, like $500, was like the top price most people can play, and they still paying. But it's kind of, it's a shame that, like, instead of getting these consoles cheaper, we're getting them more and more expensive. They are getting more and more expensive. So yeah, and that's why I guess PlayStation is actually chasing less powerful but also cheaper to produce, and probably with a cheaper price tag at the end as well, kind of console, which makes sense. That makes sense for the business. So yeah, guys, I'll get back to you on pretty much all these devices probably in the next few days. So stay tuned for that Xbox Series X Pro video, then next gen Xbox specs and PlayStation 6 specs as well. So stay tuned for these videos. They are coming very soon, and things are really getting interesting when it comes to hardware and PC and consoles and these hybrid devices as well. So yeah, next few years is going to be big when it comes to new hardware, that's for sure. So guys, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.